I just farted. So there's that. Good hello everyone and welcome to today's video. So today I just wanted to talk a little bit about long distance relationships because yesterday my boyfriend Chase went back to Korea. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about this with you guys because a lot of you have asked me about what it's like to be in a long distance relationship and kind of how to deal with it, and a lot of you have also offered up a lot of very kind words about, you know, the fact that you are also in long distance relationships and that it gets easier and all kinds of wonderful things. So I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about that today. So yeah, my boyfriend, he left me. So I guess the first big question is, what is it like to be in a long distance relationship? It kind of sucks. I mean, naturally, if you enjoy a person's company, you like them, you're attracted to them, you're gonna want to spend time with them, and most likely as much time as possible, especially in the beginning of the relationship. It's difficult, but it's doable, and I mean, it's not to say that there aren't also difficulties in a relationship in which you live together or you live in the same area. Relationships are work, and that's kind of what makes them special, is that you spend a lot of time with this person trying to make things work, learning a lot about them, figuring out ways to communicate and be together and basically grow together and make a life together, which is really difficult. It's hard enough to make a life as a single person, but it's incredibly difficult to make a life with two people who want two different things. So relationships in general are a challenge. That's basically what I'm saying. I'm not trying to scare you away from having a relationship or having a long distance relationship. I'm just trying to be honest with you about the fact that, you know, it is something you have to work on. So I'm not super good at like creating lists of things that I think that you should do to fix a situation, but I'm gonna try to do it right now. If I had pieces of advice, 3 pieces of advice to give people who are in long distance relationships, it would be these 3 things. Number 1, communication. So important. Number 2, don't overthink stuff. Number 3, focus on the positives. So let me expand on that a little bit. Number 1, communication. That is, I think, paramount. That is the most important thing that you need to have going for you. That's the most important thing in any relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship with just a friend or a family member. Communication is so important. And I know that can be a huge issue. So actually just finding time to speak to one another and really setting aside that time and focusing on your partner is gonna be probably the best thing that you can do. It's just really nice to have your partner be present for you, you know, be there and listening to your problems and working through things with you and enjoying the good parts of your life and talking about how great your day was. It's really nice when you have somebody who just dedicates a little bit of time to you, and I think that is so important. That is so important. Communication. I don't even need to say anything else about it. That's it. Not overthinking things is super important. I know that sometimes for some people, trust is a little bit of an issue. Some people are nervous about cheating. Some people are a little bit jealous. Some people are just overthinkers and they go into their own head and they create problems. I would encourage you to, if there is something that's on your mind, talk to the other person about it, but if they give you a solid answer, let it go. Just try not to sweat the small stuff. Don't think about all the crazy things that could be going wrong if you guys miss a phone call or if they're out late one night or if something happens. Just try really hard not to just create this bubble of the worst possible thing happening around your relationship, because 9 out of 10 times that is not the case, and there can actually be problems that arise from you overthinking things that weren't even there to begin with. And finally, focus on the positives basically means exactly that. If you guys are apart from each other, don't think about how sad it is or how many days it's gonna be that you aren't gonna see each other. Instead, talk about all the amazing you did last time you guys were together, or talk about how awesome it's gonna be the next time you see each other. Make some plans. Honestly, you just have to hold it together because you care about the person. So that kind of concludes my advice about that, but I also wanted to just kind of mention, like, we know the obvious cons of a long distance relationship, but there are also a couple of pros that I think are super important. One of which is that it's really true, the old adage, distance makes the heart grow fonder. That's really true. I mean, it's gonna be super special every time you guys see one another because it's very rare. Another thing that I think is a really huge pro for me, especially in my job and everything, is that I have a lot of time to myself. I enjoy my individual kind of self-reflecting, alone, chill time. I like that. And I think that that's one huge thing that a lot of people kind of lose in a relationship, especially when they're together all the time. You kind of just start to assimilate and turn into this like unit, this like blob couple. And I know a lot of single people who don't really enjoy hanging out with a lot of couples because they're like, oh, they're just the same person and it's annoying and they don't even do their own things anymore. And I'm not saying that it's bad if you have a lot of things in common with your partner and if you do a lot of things together. What I'm saying is it's important to maintain a sense of individuality. It is important to maintain your person, your personality, Do things you want to do because you want to do them. It does not make you selfish or bad. It makes you smart and healthy. So I would definitely say that, you know, having time to myself to do what I need to do, get my work done, focus is great, because when my boyfriend is here, all I want to do is make out with him. I don't care if that's gross. Sorry, mom and dad and anyone else who knows me that thinks that's weird. So anyway, people out there in long distance relationships, I totally feel you. Please feel free to talk to me in the comments about it or tweet me anytime. It's just at Alli Speed. We can commiserate and we can also help each other get back up to the positive and just keep on kicking ass. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and I will see you next time. Bye guys.